This question here is another quite a difficult question. It's given us a function, a log function, and there are some special things about log functions and square root. So there's some rules that you need to know about in order to get anywhere near answering this question. The first rule is that if you log 1, the answer's 0. So if x was 3 here, the log of 3 take away 1, 3 take away 2 would be the log of 1. So for this question, when x is equal to 3, the answer is 0. The next rule is you can't log 0. Log of 0 is undefined. Doesn't work. You can't do it. So if x is 2 here, we get 2 take away 2 is 0. And that's not going to work. So that's what this bit's hinting at. The other thing is, and this is not about logs, this is about, well, it is about logs actually. If you log a number, so here we're logging 0 and it's undefined. Here we're logging 1 and the answer's 0. If you log a number between 0 and 1, the answer is negative. So say we're logging 0.5, the answer will be a negative number. You don't need to know what negative number it will be. I don't know without a calculator what that will be. But anything that you log between 0 and 1 will give you a negative answer. But with this, we're square rooting, and you cannot square root a negative number. If you try to square root any negative number on your calculator, you'll get an error. It's not possible. You can't do it. So we can't put any numbers in here, and if you notice, we would have put in 2.5 in for this one to get 0.5. 2.5 minus 2 is 0.5, and that won't work. So that will give us a bad result as well. So these are both bad. This one's okay. This is going to give us 0, which does give us a number less than 2. So what that means is we can discount anything where it's saying x is allowed to be bigger than 2 or bigger than or equal to 2. Both of those things aren't true for this equation because we can't log 0, which is what this is, and we can't log anything below 1 because we're going to need to square root it. So I think it's looking like B is going to be the right answer, but let's keep going. Let's think about why. The other end is saying that our answer has to stay less than 2. We know that 3 works. 3 gives us an answer of 0, so 3 is okay. If I tried to log an e, okay, so here we've got e. If I did log of e squared, the answer is 2. If I try to log e cubed, the answer is 3. If I try to log e4, the answer is 4. If I try to log e anything, the answer is anything. Okay? So if that's what I want to do, I need to add on 2 to my x because it's about to be taken away. So if I want to do this sum in here, I'm going to need to start off with x being e to the 2 plus 2. That will work out for me the natural log of e squared. Now, of course, we're square rooting as well. I should have put square roots in all of these, but they wouldn't have made any difference to what I've been talking about because I'm treating it as square rooting it second. But this would work out the square root of 2. Square root of 2 is less than 2. It's like 1.4 something, so that's going to work. So that would be okay. But it's not the last number that's okay, so we need to keep going. If I want to do this, I'm going to do e cubed plus 2. Because when I put that in here, e cubed plus 2, take away 2, that will work out the natural log of e cubed for me, which would be the natural log of 3. Now, natural log of 3 is also less than 2, so that answer's okay. If I want to do e to the 4, then I'm going to need to start off with e to the 4 plus 2. That will give me e to the 4 plus 2 minus 2, so it will work out the natural log of e to the 4, which, again, we're going to want to square root, which will give me the square root of 4. Now, the square root of 4 is 2. I need my answer to be less than 2. So anything between 3, so anything between 3 and up to, but not including, because it's not got an equal to sign, e to the 4 plus 2, that's my range of answers. Those are all the numbers that work. So B is right, because that's the upper limit. That's what they've given us there. So it is B that's going to work. So that's why that's in all of these questions. They put it in there. That's quite nice of them. They could have put other things. I reckon an e squared plus 2 would have tricked some people, because they'd have forgotten about the square root. But because when you put e to the 4 plus 2 into here, that gives us the natural log of e to the 4, or the square root of the natural log of e to the 4, which is the natural log of 4, which is 2. So I actually need to make sure I'm putting numbers in smaller than that. So that's why the answer is B.